At the center of many of our struggles in life, it comes down to an issue of faith. It comes down to whether or not we believe God enough to do what he has said. Do we trust him enough in spite of how we feel, in spite of how we may have done it in the past, in spite of how others are handling a situation? Do we trust God enough to handle each area of our life the way he has told us to? And when we begin to live by faith rather than our feelings, then we begin to build a life that lasts. Fear is a bigger factor in our lives than we usually care to admit. I can remember when I was younger, my dad used to stand in the pool while I would be on the edge, and he would call me to jump, and he'd put his hands out, and he says, "Jump, and I'll catch you." And I'm like, no. Just terrified me. And in my mind, I somehow knew he would catch me, but my fear of what if kept me from jumping. And fear has a way of paralyzing us in more significant areas of our life. We're afraid to obey God. Even when we know God is probably right, we're too afraid of the what ifs to jump off the edge and to do what he said. And in other cases, fear, it not only keeps us from experiencing a life that we could experience, fear also leads us to make decisions that we never would have made otherwise. It leads us to make choices out of a sense of panic and uncertainty about how things are going to turn out. And we just feel like we have to do something. And many times we do the wrong thing just to be able to do something. And the only solution that I've ever found in life for fear is to replace it with faith. To replace my fear that I might not be okay with the faith that God's got me.